My name is Buddhadev. I am a student of mechanical engineering. Those students or friends are preparing for the um, government job on the basis of mechanical engineering like SSC JE, RRB JE, and state AE JE. You are know that the previous year questions is very important for the crack the exams. Okay, so there is many lacks or lack of time or the motivation we miss the PYQ solving. So there we will together discuss the PY quiz every day. Please join. Those are the news in my channel. Please subscribe and join to me. Uh, uh, with together we are practice the previous year questions. Already I am completed 4 lecture. In every lecture 25 MCQs is here, so those are not see the previous videos. Please go through my playlist and see the videos. Okay, this is the question number 101, 101. Okay, if there is the also given the explanation of the answer, so this book is very good. Okay, first question: the value of the bulk modulus of elasticity with increase in the pressure. A increase, B decrease, C either of the above, D none of the above. We know the bulk modulus K equal to dp by dv by v. If we increase the pressure, then the bulk modulus is increases. Let's check the answer. Yes, K is the bulk modulus directly proportional to the pressure. Next question: what is the approximate freezing point of mercury? Note it. The approximate freezing point mercury minus 39 degrees centigrade. Next question: what is the density of a liquid whose dynamic viscosity is 0.18 centipoise and the kinematic viscosity is 9 centipoise? A 20 kg per meter cube, B 0.2 gram per centimeter cube, C 20 kg per meter cube, D 20 gram per centimeter cube. First you convert stokes to stoke and centistoke to meter per second square and second meter square per second, and it's convert from the Pascal second, then solve it. There is the small skin, so I see you the explanation of this video like this type. Okay, dynamic viscosity by kinematic viscosity, you will convert the 1 centipoise and 10 to 1 minus 2 poise, and we into 1 poise equal to 0.1 Pascal second, so total 10 to 1 minus 3 Pascal second. 9 centistoke, and one stroke equal to 10 to 1 minus 4, and centi 10 to 1 minus 2, so 9 into 10 to 1 minus 6. If you solve that, you get it 20 kg per meter cube. Next question: a thin small needle can be made to float over the surface of water when placed over it gently. It is due to the phenomenon of A. Adhesive force only, B. Capillarity, C. Cohesive force only, D. Surface tension. D. Surface tension. This is the effect of surface tension. Here is the explanation. What is the explanation? Surface tension happens because the water molecules at the surface of the water are strongly attracted to each other more than they are to the air molecules above them. The water molecules mix and the invisible skin on the water surface and things like the needle to float on the top of the water. Next question, when the temperature increase the viscosity of gases. First, in this type of question you relate that the in the gases viscosity is varies, but effect causes of the viscosity of gases, each um, intermolecular repulsion or molecular randomness of the molecules increases, then the increase in the viscosity. So temperature, if increase the temperature, randomness of the molecules increases, so then the collisions is increases. So its answer is the A, increases. Next question, the density of the brine solution can be measured with the aid of A, hydrometer, B, tachometer, C, anemometer, D, barometer. A, hydrometer. Check is hydrometer is a device used to measure uh, elective density of liquid like the water and the brine solution. Tachometer is an instrument used to measure the rotational speed of shaft or the disc. Anemometer is a device used to measure velocity of air and the gases. Barometer is a device used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Next question, an oil has a kinematic viscosity of 1.25 into 10 to the minus 4 meters square per second and specific gravity of 0.8. What is the dynamic viscosity in Pascal second? Okay, so specific gravity is 0.8 and density is into 100, 0.8 into 1000, so 800 is the density. And the dynamic viscosity, we know the relation between the kinematic viscosity equal to dynamic viscosity by density. So dynamic viscosity equal to 1.25 into 80. If you solve that, the answer is coming 0.1. Next 0.108 question, the only an oil of 2.5 liter, weights of 5 newton at a room temperature, the specific weight of the oil. We know the specific weight, or specific weight equal to weight per unit volume. Weight per unit volume. Weight is 5 newton and the volume is 1 liter equal to 10 to the minus 3 meter. So 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3, 5 by 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3. If you solve this, the answer is coming to kilonewton per meter cube. Next question, which of the following is the basic property of fluid? A, it undergoes a definite deformation. B, never regains its original shape on release of the shear stresses. C, more compact in structure. D, can resist the tensile stresses in the static condition. B is the perfect one. Never regains its original shape on the release of the shear stresses. If you new my channel, please subscribe and click on the notification, uh, and joining live with me for discusses the previous year questions. Next question, a fluid in which shear stresses is more than the yield value and the shear stresses is proportional to rate of shear strains. Yield value से ज़्यादा and the shear stress is directly proportional to shear strength. This is the ideal plastic fluid. This is the answer, ideal plastic fluid. Milk, blood, and clay are example of fluid. Dash fluid. Newtonian, pseudoplastic, C perfect, D ideal, B pseudoplastic. Other examples also here. Uh, Dilatant fluid is also known as the shear thickening fluid. This is the quicksand, starch solution, sugar solution in water, slurry, and the butter, etc. Density of the ideal fluid is always ideal fluid is always constant. Density of an ideal fluid always constant. Characteristic of the ideal fluid: it is incompressible, yani compressibility is zero. In viscous or in viscid, bulk modulus is infinitive, shear tension is zero. Oil spreads on the surface of water because oil is heavier than the water of the surface tension effect. Oil has low vapor pressure. Oil is lighter than the water. B is the answer of surface tension effect. Due to the surface tension effect, oil is sprayed on surface of the water. Oil is lighter than the water and the spread over the surface of the water. To sink the mosquito's larva, kerosene oil is sprayed over the water. To remove the toroidal effect, kerosene oil is sprayed over the seawater. All the example of the surface tension. Next question: dynamic viscosity increases with the rate of shear increase. A rate of shear increase: rheopatic fluid, pseudoplastic fluid, thixotropic fluid, and the dilatant fluid. Rate of shear increases. This is this type. Dilatant fluid. Let's check it. Yes, this is the dilatant fluid. Dynamic viscosity increase with the rate of the shear increases for the dilatant fluid. Question number 115. A Newtonian fluid fills the clearance between a shaft and the slabs. When the force 0.9 kilonewton applied to the shaft parallel to the slab, the attained speed is the speed of the shaft of the force 3 kilonewton. What will be the speed of the shaft if the force in 3 kilonewton? This is the solution. F is directly proportional to velocity. F1 by F2 equal to U1 by U2. By this relation you can easily solve this question. Dimension. Next question: dimension of the specific volume is, we know the specific volume equal to 1 by density. A density equal to meter kg per meter cube, and 1 by density equal to m minus 1 L3, L3 m minus 1 T. A is the answer. Next question: unit of the mass density unit, kg per meter cube. B is the answer. Question number 18. An ideal fluid is one who is the obvious Newton's law of viscosity, friction are less, and the incompressible. Yes, B is the right, frictionless and the incompressible. Next question, fluid is a substance which offers no resistance to change. Pressure, flow, shape, volume. Shape. For change the shape, no effort offers a resistance. The explanation is reads the explanation. Fluid is a substance which deforms the continuous under the action of the shear stresses, no matter how small the shear stresses. So basically, the fluid is a substance which offers no resistance to the change of shape. Fluid is not able to resist the shear stresses when it is at the rest condition. Question number 120. Which of the following is the unit of kinematic viscosity? Pascal. Pascal is not a unit of the viscosity. Poise is the unit of the dynamic viscosity. Faraday is not. Stoke. Stoke is the answer. Stoke is the unit of the kinematic viscosity. Next question, question number 121. Which one of the following is not a unit of the dynamic viscosity? Pascal second is the unit of the dynamic viscosity, Poise also, and the Newton second by meter square also, and the Stoke is the unit of the kinematic viscosity. So D is the answer. Next question: the rise of the oil through the wick of a lamp is due to viscosity of the fluid, addition between the oil and the wick meter, capillary action. This is a capillary action. Explanation is given: the kerosene oil rise up in the wick of lamp because of the capillary action. If the surface tension of the oil is zero, then it will not rise. So oil rise up in the wick of the lamp due to surface tension, but there is no options for the surface tension. So capillary rise is the perfect answer. Question number 123. The volume of a fluid occupied by a unit mass of the fluid is called mass density. Sorry. There is the given the volume of the fluid occupied the mass, volume per unit mass. This is the specific volume, and the density is the mass per unit volume. Newton's law of viscosity is a relationship between the pressure intensity viscosity. What happened?